Christine, thank you. 5:32 right now. And now to an urgent traffic alert. If you drive to or from work, it could take some extra time today. ODOT says that you might see backups in downtown Cleveland because of a ramp closure and some lane restrictions. Overnight, the Ontario ramp has been closed, and it's a ramp downtown to get onto I-90 West. Kristen Byrne joining us live right now by that ramp. So, Kristen, how's traffic looking right now? I know it's still early.
Right, not too bad. And I'm going to step outside of the picture right now because we have a front row seat, Mike, of some workers here, right at the Ontario on-ramp. You see one of the workers in a bucket. He's been moving the traffic lights. Also, some guys on the ground have been working to reposition some of the orange barrels. So it's pretty obvious that this ramp is closed. You see the orange sign right behind that worker. But they came here a few minutes ago, and really we've just been watching them work here this morning. Now, there's also a police officer on site not far from where that worker is, too, just letting people know, hey, this ramp is closed. It is pretty obvious. The signs are out here. But we want to talk about why they're actually doing this ramp closure, because, they're working on the Innerbelt Bridge. Everybody knows that. These orange barrels have been around for a while. But for this particular on-ramp, Mike, the reason why it's closed is because the new bridge is going to actually go in the existing path of that Ontario on-ramp. So that is why, just so people have an idea. Now, we do have some video from earlier we want to show you because they had those electronic signs out letting people know that, again, this Ontario ramp is closed. It happened at 11 last night. We've been getting the word out to people, too. The Department of Transportation, ended up scheduling this closure earlier because of the rainy weather in the forecast. So they definitely were planning ahead. We've been trying to let people know, too, hey, this is happening. And this is a heavily traveled on-ramp. Of course, this Innerbelt Bridge impacting people. The rush hour tonight might be interesting. Let's talk about, though, some ways to get around this, because I'm sure people are interested in knowing that. Now, let's look at a map here. East 14th Street ramp, that's, an option. East 9th Street ramp, also an option. Also Broadway or Orange Avenues to eventually get back on to I-90 via I-490 and I-77. And Mike, just so everyone knows, this ramp is going to be closed for an entire year. And coming up at 6, we're going to be talking about the traffic plan for tonight's Indians game, because a lot of people are going to be wondering about that. You know how many people come to downtown for those games. A
lot of people might want to take RTA there. All right, Kristen, besides the ramp closure, there are even more changes, more action going on there where you are on Ontario, right?
Yeah, and I'm going to see if we can pan a little bit over to this way, because this is where some workers are on the ground here. Where that cop car is, too, where the truck is, contract workers for ODOT, that is where we're talking about a 2-lane restriction, Mike. So starting last night, outbound Ontario reduced to 2 lanes, and that's between Huron and I-77 to the south on-ramp, again, because of that construction work. So ODOT is saying definitely expect delays. Everybody has that in mind. They've known about it again, but we're letting people know because this morning could be interesting as traffic is picking up now, and of course tonight with that Indians game.
That's why we're on everybody's side. Kristen Byrne live for us in Cleveland. Kristen, thank you.